Alright, hello, fifth and sixth grade. How you doing, guys? Good. Welcome to our first Student of the Month assembly for this school year, okay? Today we're going to be talking about a very important character trait, and it's called self-discipline, okay? So let's break it down. What is self-discipline, okay? So, self is you, okay, or yourself, okay? And discipline is when we work to follow the rules or stay in control, right? So self-discipline means that we try our best to stay in control of ourselves, right? When we make positive choices, stick to our routines, surround ourselves with good people and good environments, right? Even when this feels kind of tough to do. And self-discipline helps us to be mindful of our behavior and the choices that we make, right? So that we can focus on achieving our long-term goals, right? So sometimes something might not feel great in the short term, right? But we stay disciplined and we work towards it so that it benefits us in the long term, right? And when we set goals for ourselves, it's important to have that discipline in our routines and the work that we do so that we can make progress for achieving that goal every day. So what does self-discipline really mean, okay? Self-discipline is closely related to self-control, right? We talk about self-control more than we talk about self-discipline, okay? And it helps us limit the negative behaviors and the choices that slow us down from achieving those goals that I just talked about, okay? So it means that we have command or control, self-control, over our thoughts and our actions so that we can focus on those long-term goals. And self-discipline is like a muscle, okay? So we know when we lift weights or we get really strong, right? The more we use our muscles, the stronger those muscles get, okay? And when we practice self-discipline, we get closer and closer and closer to achieving our goals. Instead of worrying about the little things that won't really make us happy for long, we can kind of focus on the bigger picture, okay? Miss Molina has a rule that if it's not going to affect you in 5 years, then you shouldn't spend 5 minutes worrying about it, right? And that kind of goes along with this, right? We want to make sure that we are working towards the things that are going to benefit us in the long run.
Okay, so we know that we all practice self-discipline and self-control every day, but here are some examples of ways that we might do it. So, cleaning up your room and doing chores. Raise your hand if you love to do chores. I do not believe any of you with your hands raised. But it's good because it shows self-discipline, right? I say this to all of my students. You guys know that when you have a nice clean room, it's nice and calming and relaxing. It makes kind of a nice space for you to feel confident, right? So it's important to do that initial self-discipline. Doing your homework even when you don't want to, because you know it's going to help you, right? It's going to help you become smarter. You're going to learn reading, writing, all those good things. So even when we don't want to, it's important too. Picking up toys when you're done playing or putting things away when you're done using them, even though that's probably the worst part of it all. Limiting the time you watch TV or play video games. Raise your hand if you love watching TV, playing video games, going on YouTube, watching TikToks, right? Is it sometimes hard when your parents are like, all right, that's enough, time to put it away? Is that hard sometimes? Yeah. But what would happen if you stayed playing video games or on TikTok all day? Do you think you would learn a lot? No, well, you might learn some things, but not that much. So it's good to limit yourself again. I think what makes self-discipline difficult is sometimes when we're trying to show that self-control, it's stopping us from doing things that we're enjoying, right? Which makes it that much more important to do. Like Mr. Phelps said earlier, the more that we practice it, the better we get at it. Working hard in new sports so you can improve your skills. How many of you play sports? A lot, right? And a lot of times when you're playing those sports, it's really difficult. And when we play sports, we typically want to be really awesome at it, right? So the way that we get better is by practicing every day, which is important to do. Brushing your teeth every morning and every night so we can keep our teeth healthy, and staying active and keeping our bodies moving in order to keep our bodies healthy. So it helps us improve our reading skills, become great basketball players, if that's the sport that we're into, right? Learning instruments, building friendships, all of these skills that we learn require self-discipline in some form. So let's think. Is there a sport or activity that you play that you've had to use self-discipline in order to get better at? Raise your hand if you want to share. So?
I love art, and it takes a long time to practice all the details in it.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great example. Thank you.
I go to judo, and I think I need a lot of self-discipline to get better at it.
Yeah, and I know that takes a lot of focus too, which is awesome. It's pretty cool if you can do that.
I do gymnastics, and I think you also need some self-discipline to do it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, one more. I won't give you two more because I see gymnastics again. Sure. All right, I'll give you two.
I used to do T-ball, and the best thing you could do is more about yourself before I play the game.
Absolutely.
I do crochet, and every time I was looking, I just have to learn to undo it and then do it again.
And crocheting is a really great example because you'll be able to see like your progress from when you first started to after, right? Awesome. So we see, we may not think about it, but we do use self-discipline every day, and we're going to use it from now until we're 100, right? So it's an important skill to build on. What is a goal, any goal, that you want to accomplish someday? So it could be a goal now, or it could be a goal when you're 20, 30, 40. What is a goal that you want to accomplish someday that you know that you're going to have to use self-discipline for?
Learning multiplication.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. That's a great example.
Being a golfer.
Being in a book. Why are you laughing about that? That's a great goal. You gotta believe in yourself and want it to happen. Awesome. Thank you all. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get into our awards. Let's just start off with 5th grade. We'll go with Mrs. McClendon.
Good morning, everybody. So for the month of September, I chose Ramas Ahmed. I chose Ramas for self-discipline because of how great she started out the 5th grade school year. Every day she has put forth wonderful effort in her schoolwork. She's excited to learn and participates consistently. She's able to work towards her goals even when they are hard. I can't wait to see the progress she makes this year. Keep up the great work, Ramas. For perfect attendance, please stand when you hear your name. Eliana, Bonir, Soph, Ahmed, Abshir, Layla, and Saint. Next is Miss James.
Good morning. My student of the month for September is Mia Hunt. When I think about self-discipline, I think there are many students in our class who fit the bill, but Mia is always prepared and focused. He has a positive attitude in class, and he's not easily distracted by his surroundings. I know I can count on him to do what's expected and to encourage his classmates to do the same. Mia is a wonderful role model. Please stand when I call your name for perfect attendance for September. Adnan, Sada, Fiona, Julia, Layla, Ahmedin, Ariana, Adam, Darlu, Illuminata, Antonana, Omar, Zakaria, and Emma.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone. Good morning, parents. Thank you for being here. Our student of the month in Mrs. Wilkes' class for September is Ksenia Brutsky. Ksenia demonstrates the characteristic of self-discipline because of her dedication to excellent academics, kindness to everyone and going the extra mile to help her classmates. Ksenia is an outstanding translator, using her bilingual skills to keep her teammates on the same page while still turning in stellar work. We are so proud of Ksenia's leadership and great attitude, especially during group work as well. We are lucky to have her as our teammate and one of our group leaders. And congratulations to your outstanding teamwork in the month of September, my class. Great job.
Something I realized when I get working when I listen to all of you talking on the microphone is that the microphone is just way too close to my face all the time, so I'm trying to get it. Probably sounds like I'm screaming. Alright, let's go with 6th grade. We'll start with Mrs. Shackle's class.
Good morning, everybody. Parents and families, thanks for joining us today. I am thrilled to announce that the student of the month for our classroom is Valeria Martin. Valeria is a shining example of self-discipline and dedication. She consistently demonstrates exceptional ability to manage time, set goals, and maintain focus and approach to her academics. Whether it's tackling a challenging assignment or preparing for a test or participating in her group work, her self-discipline is evident. Not only does she complete her tasks effectively and efficiently, she inspires her peers to stay committed and organized. She's never afraid to ask me a question on her work, and she always has a positive and proactive attitude. Her unwavering determination makes her a true role model. Congratulations for all of your hard work and perseverance. I can't wait to see all that you do. Congratulations. Awards are for perfect attendance, so if you hear your name, please stand. I have Aliana, Aubrey, Erdy, Hannah, Aku, Rahama, Elena, Nora, and Elmir.
Alright, next up we'll have Ms. Lawford's class.
Everybody. For this month's Self-Discipline Award, our class has Janaea Young. Janaea embodies what it is for self-discipline and to be a kind student and friend. Over the short time in this month that we've had together, I've recognized her ability to keep up with not only her own work, but make sure that if someone needs a hand, she's there to lend it. She constantly demonstrates a remarkable ability to stay focused and committed to her goals, whether they're in the classroom or personally. We are lucky to have a classmate like Janaea in our room, and I'm so excited to see what her future holds. Congratulations. If you hear your name for perfect attendance, please stand. We have Janaea Young, Husna Sin, Keshawn Meyer, Matthew. Ashley Martinez, Awa Jalo, you may stand if you hear your name. Isabella Tu, Raymond Fesha, Arfan, Jana Esning, and Adriana Damiana. Good job, guys.
Next up we'll have Mrs. Joy's class.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mrs. Joy. Good morning. My student of the month is Caleb Pearson. Caleb is one of the most respectful, caring, and sweetest students I've ever had the pleasure of teaching. Caleb has shown so much progress since he started with me last year, and he absolutely exhibits self-discipline. He puts forth his best effort every single day, and he's also a leader in the classroom. He's the one I call on to help me every day, or if a student needs help. We are very proud of you, Caleb. Congratulations. Miss Vogt.
In keeping with tradition, I didn't tell them who was the student of the month. Alright, so our students of the month for the character trait and self-discipline are June Potts and Dominic Lopez. A disciplined student is one who conducts themselves with integrity, works diligently towards their academic aspirations. This describes them perfectly. Both June and Dominic are exceptionally disciplined in everything they do. Both are on time, prepared, and their schoolwork is superb. June and Dom know how to navigate distractions in order to stay focused on their daily tasks. Through self-discipline and sticking to the values taught to them, their time management and productivity make them the perfect candidates for this award. Congratulations, June and Dom. Ms. Neal?
Good morning, everybody. For our Student of the Month of September, I chose Adam Vincente. This student demonstrates great focus and determination in class. If he does not understand something, he will ask questions and keep trying until he gets it. Adam sets a great example to his peers, showing that the more effort you invest in something, the better the results will be. Congratulations and keep up the good work. If you hear your name for perfect attendance, please stand up. I have Adam, Halima, Adamina, Paris, Abu, and Amila.
That is all the time that we have for today. Congratulations to all our students of the month, and we will see you in October. Nice job, everybody.